Hi, I'm Sarah Cahoon. I'm the Executive Director and founder of Love for Lily. I'm also Lily's mama. I'm going to talk to you about our programming and our organization. So grab a cup of tea and we'll get started. At Love for Lily, our mission is to empower, support, and connect families with babies in the neonatal ICU. We do this through many ways. We're going to talk about our programming and our goals. I believe that it's important to begin at the beginning, and our story begins with the birth of our first daughter, Lily. June 24th, 2011, at 24 weeks, 5 days, she was born at the University of Colorado Hospital, where we spent 3.5 months. We brought Lily home on hospice. She passed on November 7th of the same year. During our time in the NICU, the nurses and doctors, OTs and PTs, they became our family. They supported us and loved us, and they loved Lily. We had an incredible community and a supportive family, and we still felt completely alone. We wanted to understand where the other families were, where the people were, where the support was. And from this, Love for Lily was born. Our journey looked much like many others. Here are some pictures of Lily and a picture of our current girls, Scarlett and Thea. Our programs start in unit and span for 1 year post-discharge, and sometimes even beyond. Our program goals across everything we do are to empower, support, and connect. We build our programs through committees, through parents, nurses, medical staff, therapists, all coming together to help us make sure that we are providing services that will support families as well as the medical teams that keep these babies alive and thriving. We provide non-medical services. Love for Lily facilitators are life coaches. We are not therapists. We have some good training. We are all PSI certified as well as IAPPC certified. We are also NICU mamas. We come together with these parents, nurses, medical liaisons, and therapists to develop programming that can empower, support, and connect families. In addition to all of these goals, our in-unit programming is there to provide resources and a collaboration for the medical staff as well. A rundown of our programs. Everything begins with NICU Love. These are support groups that happen in unit once a week. We alternate moms group and family group. We do this because research tells us that moms bond differently with other moms when their partners are not present. And we know that the NICU creates a ripple. It touches so many people. Dads, siblings, grandparents. We all have big emotions. And having a safe place to come together and process those can be really, really important. It also builds community. The number one most common feeling in the NICU is isolation. Number 2, fear. Coming together in a space where it's okay to say, I feel scared and I'm supposed to be happy can be such a gift. Currently, we offer all of these programs virtually. NICU Love also includes essentials bags. Essentials bags are purple bags that are given to every family admitted to hospitals where our programs run. These include things such as toothbrush, toothpaste, face wash, a journal, tissues. At many hospitals, we have budget cuts and issues. We no longer can find things like toothbrushes for families. Baby is the patient, not parent. And so these bags provide a little bit of comfort, a little bit of support. In my own journey, after standing at Lily's bedside for 36 hours, all I wanted to do was brush my teeth and wash my face. And the pump soap on the wall felt like the straw that broke the camel's back. We don't want families to go through this alone. And also, we'd love to provide a little bit of ease. lfl-v1 also provides grants. We do this in 3 programs. It starts with the Lion's Love. This is our main grant program, providing grants from $500 to $2,000 a month to qualifying families who have spent 4 weeks or more in the NICU, who have health insurance, and are served at one of the hospitals here in Colorado. We also have Lawson's Love. Lawson's Love is our quick, small $100 gift card program that provides a gift card for those urgent needs, gas, food, while your baby's in unit. The only qualifier is that you are served here in Colorado and that your baby is in the NICU. Our final program and the newest to our lineup is Rider's Love. Rider's Love is our grant program providing $500 to $2,000 grants to families outside of Colorado. So those families served in NICUs that have come to a virtual group who are in need of a helping hand to better the well-being of their baby. As I said, currently we are offering all of our services virtually. So if you are at a hospital and have a family that would benefit from coming to a support group, benefit from meeting other families who are going through something similar to them, getting some coaching, learning some new skills, please send them our way. Also, for all of our out-of-state staff that's watching this, you are welcome to send your families to our virtual support programs. Our other programs include Love Camden and Friends, which is our program for bereaved families. Grief is one of the many emotions that comes with the loss of a child. But before grief comes shock, and before shock comes numbness. Most parents, according to some research from the March of Dimes, in the 2 to 4 days after the loss of a child, report feeling numb. That's the absence of feeling. What we do at Love Camden and Friends is help provide resources and share the stories of other families who have been through a loss. 4 moms came together to produce this program in conjunction with 2 nurses and 2 therapists. We do this in 2 different ways. We start with our folders of hope. They include lots of resources for families, as well as the stories of the 4 families who put it together, knowing again that you are not alone as you walk through something that can feel completely isolating. We also include information on simple things, such as milk. Your milk may have already come in or may be coming in. What do you do with it? How do you make it stop? How do you donate the milk that you have? Resources such as Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, and contact information for other services that are available here in Colorado as well as nationally. Love Camden and Friends also provides weighted stuffed animals so that families, parents specifically, don't have such empty arms. We weight them to the baby's birth weight. We use Jellycat stuffies. They're very soft. And we provide Loveys for siblings, so they also have something to cuddle in this tragic time. Lasting Love is our program for post-discharge. This is a mom's group. It meets every single week, currently virtually, for the first year post-discharge, and for some mamas beyond that. What we do is come together and talk about life. We talk about Medically complicated babies. We talk about adjusted age versus actual age. We talk about logistics of scheduling 5 visits with different therapists and doctors a week. We also talk about the emotions, the guilt, the shame, and the trauma that sometimes bubbles up as we remember life in the NICU, the birthing story. We give a safe space to process this as well as teach coping skills. Some of the other programs that we provide with a little bit of extra love to our hospitals where we serve in unit are holiday deliveries, both for families and for the medical staff. We provide Mother's Day deliveries, Father's Day deliveries, reunion parties. Sometimes we do root beer float parties and educational opportunities for both nurses, docs, admins, and families. Currently, our in-unit programming can be found at 5 hospitals here in Colorado, including UC Health, Avista Adventist, Presbyterian St. Luke's, Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children, Boulder Community Hospital, and St. Joe's, our newest member. I want to talk a little bit about impact. The impact that our programming has directly on our families, as well as the ripple that it can cause. So impact can go from the numbers, which I'm going to show you next, all the way to the stories. The weight that mamas tell us has been lifted when they come to group and hear that other people are afraid. When they come to group and hear that they are not alone, that another mom has stopped pumping, or that another mom is pumping every 2 hours and struggling to keep doing it. That dads come to group and say, I don't know how to help. I feel helpless. The impact can be measured in those words. It also can be looked at through the numbers. We keep track of our numbers by year and the number of families that we have served. 2020 was a little bit crazy, and so you'll see the numbers look a little different. However, we were able to pivot and really meet the virtual need of families, not just here in Colorado, but all across the United States. You can see essentials bags took a small dip. We did figure out how to get those into the hospitals, how to quarantine them, make sure they were safe to get back in. We still gave $12,000 in grants to families here in Colorado. 12 families were supported through that program. 179 families were served through our group programming in the midst of a global pandemic. We're going to call it a success. To put some faces with the names, this is our team. I'm Sarah Cahoon. You've met me already. We have Jessie Threlkeld. She is our facilitator. Teresa Joseph, who is our development director. Bridget Quinn, who is our social media coordinator. Patty Smith, who is our project coordinator and volunteer extraordinaire. And Chris Feiner, whose favorite title is Lily's Nana, but she is also our operations visionary. Y'all, it takes a team. We can't do this work without you, and we are so grateful for the effort and love that we have received from the nurses and doctors, the CNAs, the PTs, the OTs. We couldn't do it without you. And the families that you serve are so lucky to have you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your time and for the incredible love that you share. The last thing I really want to share with you is a tenet that we hold here at Love for Lily. We don't see families as broken. We don't see parents as broken. We see them as whole, complete, and human. We see their vulnerability as strength, as the heart expansion, not weakness. and we are so grateful for the opportunity to serve. We'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to reach out with questions, comments, concerns. If you need links, you can reach out to the organization as a whole. You'll hear back from myself, Teresa, or Jesse, or you can contact me directly. Thank you again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.